Hi, my name is Ben Alexander. I'm a PGA golf professional. I moved here from Monterey, California about 3 years ago. I was a PGA professional in Pebble Beach for about 30 years. And I'm up here in Siskiyou County now, and I wanted to tell everybody to really support public access television. It's worth the money, it's worth the investment, it's great quality television. I think you should go for it because I really support it.
From our studio in Weed, California, this is Inside Siskiyou. Real news, real people, real close. With anchor Shireen Strauss, Sheriff Jeremiah LaRue, and Siskiyou Reviews with Becca Rowell.
Hello, Siskiyou County. I'm Shireen Strauss, and this is your news for the week of Friday, July 23rd, 2021. Up first, the U.S. Forest Service expanded fire restrictions are in place for the Shasta Trinity National Forest. This includes building, maintaining, attending, or using a fire, campfire, or stove fire except in areas listed within a developed recreation site within 10 feet of the water's edge and at least 50 feet from vegetation at Shasta Lake, Trinity Lake, and Iron Canyon Reservoir. Find the full list of restrictions on their website at fs.usda.gov. The League of Local Agencies, or LOLA, of Siskiyou County held their quarterly meeting in Dunsmere last Wednesday. With representatives from 10 cities in Siskiyou County, plus District 2 Supervisor Ed Valenzuela, Siskiyou Economic Development Executive Director Tanya Dowse, and Sheriff Jeremiah LaRue, while networking to build strength within the rural communities of the county. Each member shared their strategies in dealing with their town's infrastructure, problems, and events. The conference started with a reception and private showing at the Siskiyou Arts Museum, followed by dinner at Pop's that was catered by Raymond's Italian Catering. Mount Shasta city member Tim Stearns said, quote, "We exchange ideas during these quarterly network meetings so we can learn from each other and spark new ideas. We've been doing this for about 30 to 40 years, unquote. Tanya Dowse spoke first about economic recovery and the mission to provide services in the county. She quoted, "Our towns are resilient. Since COVID, we have approved $1 million in job marketing budget, increased 150 jobs, and focusing on small businesses. People want to come to Siskiyou County. We partnered with Expedia and Digital California to book more rooms in Siskiyou County. In June of 2020, we had 58% occupancy. In June of 2021, we were at 80% occupancy, unquote." Corey Hayden, also with SEDC, outlined Siskiyou Revitalization Network strategies, which included the thriving farmers markets, the book My Town Itinerary, Things to Do in Siskiyou County, Towns and Cities, and the grants they have obtained from the USDA and Ford Foundation. Ed Venezuela, District 2 Supervisor, said, quote, "We are the frontline people dealing with trying times," unquote, referencing the Klamath Wildlife Refuge crisis with no water for the farmers, the Hmong situation, local fires, and drought issues that the county is currently dealing with. Tule Lake Mayor Hank Ebinger reported that the town's new soccer field will also be used for the high school football. The improvements of their Veterans Park and getting $800,000 grant to rebuild the culture center that will include something for the youth as well. He also explained the Klamath Lake situation where a minimum water level is required in order to not lose the lake's 2 different species of suckerfish. After both 22 years of drought and the inability to release more lake water, this situation has left farmers without water in their wells. The city is providing water for the farmers and are having people ration lawn watering to just 2 days a week. He went on to announce that August 14th is the date for the Thule Shindig Street Fair. The next Lola meeting is October 15th and will be hosted in Fort Jones. I'll have more reports from the Lola conference at the top of each city report. News from Dunsmere. First up, from the Lola conference, Dunsmere Mayor Matthew Bryan reported on the town's water project, infrastructure, and replacement of water lines, the negotiations that they are working on to build the Mossbrae Falls Trail, Taladolly Park and Children's Park grant-funded projects, as well as the Railroad Days event after COVID and how well it was received. He also praised Stephen Bryan with the Dunsmere Resource Center and Siskiyou County Collaborative on feeding the citizens of Dunsmere, as well as City Manager Todd Uhas and Bruce Deutsch and their $3.2 million project repaving the Mott Airport just in time for the fires. Revive Church of Dunsmere is sponsoring a free swim day at the Dunsmere Community Pool on Sunday, July 25th from 1 to 3 p.m. There will also be free hot dogs, chips, and snow cones from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. Everybody is welcome. As a reminder, the Dunsmere Community Garden is selling fresh, local, organic, non-GMO produce, herbs, flowers every week at the Dunsmere Farmers Market on Thursdays from 4 to 7 p.m. All proceeds benefit the community garden and supply the community with free and low-cost produce. The garden is run by the Dunsmere Community Resource Center, and all volunteers in the gardens are always welcome. For more information, please call 530-235-4400. News from McLeod. Up first, from the Lola conference, Michael Quinn, financial director of McLeod, reported on the festivals the town has had since COVID, including the McLeod Lumberjack Fiesta activities this upcoming weekend. He also praised the efficiency of the different agencies working together on the Bradley fire, stopping it at 350 acres in just 24 hours. It's here. McLeod's annual 74th Lumberjack Fiesta is this weekend. The parade will head down Main Street in McLeod on Saturday, July 24th at 11 a.m. and will have two grand marshals this year, Fred and Peg Bennett for 2021 and Shireen Strauss for 2020. Come out and see us all. The 74th annual McLeod Lumberjack Fiesta Days will be held on July 23rd, 24th, and 25th. The event is the McLeod Community Recreation Council's main fundraiser. Proceeds earned from this event are given back to the kids and the community of McLeod in many ways, including funding the annual Easter egg hunt at Hoo Hoo Park. The fiesta provides a fun-filled weekend for the whole family. 3 days of competitions ensue with a variety of events such as horseshoes, logging, watermelon eating, and dancing. The Little Logger and Miss Fiesta contests kick off the event Friday night. Other attractions of the events include music, vendors, a softball tournament, food, ice-cold beer, and much more fun in the sun. The Lumberjack Fiesta has something for all ages. For more information, contact Patty at 530-964-2718. News from Mount Shasta. Up first, news from the Lola Conference. Mount Shasta Council member John Stackfleff announced the recent new eateries in the downtown area. There's Yak's, Siskiyou Tap House, the Thrive Kombucha Bar, and Papa's Donuts that has opened, as well as the rebuilding of Mercy Hospital's emergency room, Golden Eagle's new campus on Pine Street, and the upcoming new Starbucks in the old KFC Taco Bell site. Mount Shasta also has several infrastructure projects, including a $27 million sewage treatment plant and storm drainage system. He also reported that the water bottling plant is for sale at just $8 million with water rights. The Mount Shasta Police Department is hiring dispatchers and officers. They are looking for on-call part-time dispatchers with guaranteed hours each week. And full-time officer positions will take home cars, paid training, and 12-hour shifts. For more information and applications, please visit mountshasta.ca.gov/HR. News from Weed. Up first, news from the Lola Conference. Susan Tavalero, the mayor of Weed, reported on the rebuilding of the train trestle and tracks at Hotlum that burned in the lava fire. Once finished, hopefully in September, the trains will once again begin to route the main train line back through this area. Also, the downtown Weed area is being revitalized with the reopening of the bowling alley under new management. Papa's Place, which will reopen as the Weed Pub, a new frozen yogurt restaurant called The Spot. Furthermore, the theater is in contract. A new Dollar Tree is coming to South Weed, and Vista Drive is getting streetlights and sidewalks. And finally, the bocce ball and horseshoe tournament that was canceled due to the lava fire was rescheduled for the weekend of August 27th through the 29th, and it's called Fun in the Sun for 21. Attention Weed families. Host families are really needed for exchange students. If you can't host, but you can recommend a committed family, the program offers you a payment of $300. Please open your hearts and homes. You can contact Mary Thomas if you are interested in learning more. Text or call 530-925-2458 or email marythomas@cot.net. Host families provide room, board, and loving support. Students have their own spending money and have health insurance, so you don't even need to have a big fancy house to host. The Weeds Youth Soccer Club still has space for the fall of 2021. Online registration is open. For questions or more information, contact Becky Gilbert at 530-285-8902 or Russ Moeller at 925-383-3477, or you can email them at weedsoccerclub@gmail.com. Just a reminder that the weekly Weed Farmers Market in Bel Air Park is in full swing. Every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., they will be offering fresh vegetables, meat, dairy, delicious chocolate, gifts, and live music. It takes your involvement to make this a success, so come out and support the Weed Farmers Market. The Weed Rotary Club is hosting its 10th annual golf tournament and four-man Scrabble at the Weed Golf Course. Prizes include the longest drive, closest to the pin, hole-in-one, and first place team. And there are lots of raffle prizes. The fun begins on Saturday, July 31st with registration at 8 a.m. and tee-off time at 9 a.m. The cost is $75 per person, which includes 18 holes of golf, car rental, and lunch. For more information, to register, please call Scott or Sue Tavalero at 530-859-5757. News from Montague. Up first, news from the Lola Conference. Montague Council member and Assistant Fire Chief Takashi Murakami reported how they lost their water permit in 2014 and have been working on reobtaining it while operating on temporary permits for their drinking water. He also gave update on the Montague Water Treatment Facility's $7 million project and announced events like the Junior Rodeo, the Hot Rods and the Hub Car Show and Parade using the airstrip for drag racing in September, as well as the Jefferson State Stampede that is coming up August 27th. Attention Siskiyou County bakers. David De Los Santos, a lifeguard and a senior at Yreka High School, has organized an online fundraising dessert auction to raise funds for the Montague Pool as his senior project. As he states, many families within the city of Montague and surrounding communities rely on the pool to provide water safety courses, swim lessons, exercise classes, and summer recreation for their children. The auction will run Wednesday, July 28th through Saturday, July 31st at 5 p.m. All desserts will be showcased and bidding will occur on the Montague Parks and Recreation Facebook page. Desserts can be picked up on Sunday, August 1st from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Montague Pool. If you would like to donate a dessert, please contact Jennifer at 530-340-2885. News from Etna. Up first, from the Lola Conference, Etna Mayor Jamie Tarn reported on the $178,000 grant project for solar power to heat the Etna community pool and added 2 more officers and a code enforcer for the joint police force they share with Fort Jones and asked for suggestions to help fund the city's ambulance. She is on the Fire Safe Council of Siskiyou County with Fire Warden Phil Anzo. She reminded the city council members to do their due diligence to decrease human-caused fires by reminding residents to mow lawns in cooler times of the day and covering tow chains on vehicles. Scott Valley Pleasure Park presents the 43rd annual Old Timers Rodeo on Saturday, July 31st. Pre-rodeo events include mutton busting, kids calf riding, and junior steer riding. Performance events are ranch bronc riding, open team roping, mixed team roping, ribbon roping, and girls barrel racing, wild saddle cow bull riding, cowhide race, and wild cow milking. There will also be live music with the Scott and Sabrina Arena show after the rodeo. Pre-rodeo starts at 3 p.m. and performance rodeo starts at 5 p.m. For more information, check out their website at etnarodeo.com. The Etna Lions Club presents bingo scheduled for Siskiyou Golden Fair. The Etna Lions is offering bingo in the Armory from noon to 10 p.m. daily. News from Fort Jones. Up first, the news from the LOLA Conference. Fort Jones Council member Carl Drexel updated the city's progress of refurbishing water tanks, sewage and water improvements, and the Prop 68 grant for improvements on their 3 parks, Paul Garrison Park, Central Community Park, and the Splash Park. They added 2 officers and a code enforcer to help clean up the slum properties and announced that they are starting monthly evening movies for the community in the park. The Marble Rim Gallery presents the work of Rachel Argon. The exhibit runs August 6th through August 14th, with the first Friday reception on August 6th from 6 to 8 p.m. The Marble Rim Gallery at 11835 Main Street in Fort Jones is open Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, please call 530-468-5442. News from Yreka. Up first, news from the LOLA Conference. Yreka Mayor Dwayne Kegg reported that some businesses closed during COVID. There have been changes in ownership and also new businesses opening, such as T-Mobile, Goodwill, and Harbor Freight. The city is planning an RV car wash called Splash and Dash. Also, the Rain Rock Casino is remodeling, adding 80 rooms, another restaurant, and a pool. An affordable housing complex is being built on Foothill Drive, and they are working on an urban campsite for the homeless to give them a safe place to stay while discouraging them from camping in parks and greenways. Are you ready? The 2021 Siskiyou Golden Fair is almost here. It all happens in Yreka, August 11th through the 15th. There will be vendors, carnival rides, exhibits, destruction derby, and a rodeo. Come out and see Siskiyou County residents showcase their culture, heritage, and talents. CEO Cliff Munson stated, quote, "Our fair is the greatest showcase of all that is Siskiyou County. Let us get back to the basics and celebrate all that is great in our area," unquote. For more information, contact the fair office at 530-842-2762. The 2021 Siskiyou Golden Fair Back to Basics runs August 11th through the 15th in Yreka. For more information, ticket prices, and schedules, visit their website at siskiewfair.com. Love to bake? Yreka Library is hosting a book and bake sale on Saturday, August 7th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you'd like to donate some delicious baked goods, sorry, no cookies, please drop them off at the library on Friday, August 6th between 12 and 5 p.m. or after 8 on Saturday, August 7th. Please list the main ingredients in your bake donations. The library appreciates you and your baking skills. For more information, please call the library next week on Monday, Tuesday, or Friday between 12 and 5 p.m. at 530-841-4175. With the end of summer, session comes planning for the fall. Stable hands ready to keep our valued volunteers updated on skills that help provide a safe service for the Siskiyou community. We are always looking for new faces, so training is also a great place to see if Stable Hands is right for you. Volunteer training for the fall session is August 31st and September 2nd at 9 a.m. You will receive actual hands-on practice with riders, review emergency dismounts, learn volunteer training and job skills, and have a fun lunch, activities, and a free volunteer t-shirt. For more information, please contact the office at 530-842-3082 or visit their website at stablehands.org. News from Doris. Doris City Administrator Melissa High talked about how the city dealt with the tenant fire, providing potable water and gray water to the firefighters. She gave an update on the city water projects, installation of water meters, and the progress on the $6 million sewer project from Proposition 218. The city also has 2 new Mexican restaurants and a new event called Friday Night Festivals on the 3rd Friday of each month with music, food, and vendors. News from the Karuk Tribe. Family event, Splish Splash, it's a water bash. At the Catastram Wellness Center, 1403 Catastram Road, Yreka, California, July 30th, 2021, 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bring your own chairs and shade. Free barbecue and drinks and water games. News from Happy Camp. Ranger Roberto of the U.S. Forest Service reports that the work to clear hazardous trees started on Grayback Road on Thursday, July 22nd, early in the morning. They will be working from dawn to dusk for the next 75 days in order to provide a safe reopening. During that time, the Grayback Road will be gated and locked to ensure public and contractor safety. However, he reminds the public that if there were a fire or other emergency, they would immediately do whatever it takes to clear the pathway so local residents may use the road for evacuation, and emergency responders could use Grayback to engage in fire response. Until that time, the only permits issued for access are the contractors clearing the road. We appreciate everyone's patience with the road closure. All efforts are being made and will continue to be made to open the road as soon as it is cleared of hazard trees.
Hello, Siskiyou County. I'm Sheriff Jeremiah LaRue, and this is your weekly Sheriff's Report. As the drought outlook for the western U.S. becomes increasingly bleak, attention is turning to groundwater. It is Earth's most widespread and reliable source of fresh water, but it's not limitless. Wells that people drill to access groundwater supply nearly half the water used for irrigated agriculture in the U.S. and provide over 100 million Americans with drinking water. Unfortunately, pervasive pumping is causing groundwater levels to decline in some areas, including Siskiyou County. Practicing water conservation during this drought is important, even if you aren't on metered water. If you live in an unincorporated area of the county, you may get your water from a private well. But unless you have a very deep well, your well could run dry during this historic drought. Keep in mind there are some warning signs that your well may be going dry. The first sign is the water begins to sputter out of the tap, indicating air pockets in the well. The second sign is the water is not clear, but muddy or filled with sediment. For an overview of well maintenance, check out cdc.gov. You can also check out water.ca.gov, where you can find conservation tips, such as fixing leaks, including leaky toilets, installing high-efficiency toilets, aerators on bathroom faucets, and water-efficient shower heads. Take shorter 5-minute showers, Track your water bill and meter to curtail usage. Turn off water when brushing teeth or shaving. Use dishwashers and washing machines with full loads only. Plant drought-tolerant plants and trees. Do not grow illegal amounts of cannabis. Recycle indoor water to use on plants. Refrain from watering your home landscape when it rains. Replace your grass with water-wise plants. Use a broom to clean driveways, patios, and sidewalks instead of water from a hose. Water your outdoor landscape earlier in the day when temperatures are cooler. We are all in this together, and all of us needs to do our part to conserve our precious resource, groundwater. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
From Yreka, and we support public access TV. Yay!